he was
and struck out.
Well, he was legless, I believe from his knee down. He had a fake leg because of the war injury.
Oh, really?
I believe that's a fact. I can't swear to that.
I missed that detail. Well, you know what? They'll secure that fence. He'll have a double fence there if we don't get one on the border. All of a sudden, Obama's going to be real concerned about security.
Oh, but Texas, we have 900 cases of this, what is it, typhoid, that is paralyzing some of these children?
Yeah, that, I got a story coming up on it. Let's deal with it now. It's the 68, the something 68.
Yeah, well, that they're determined that I found today came from one person, one. Now they've got what in here now? Hundreds of thousands of them? That came from one person they've identified. Okay. Now we've got one Ebola victim in Texas that has been loose for 6 days. Mind you, he went to convenience stores, gas stations. He admitted he went places.
Yeah. I'm not that concerned about the Ebola. I mean, it's tough if you get it, but it's really spread through bodily fluids, so the dispersion rate is going to be a lot less than with this enterovirus 68. Because that is awful. And did the one guy that was originally found to have got it, did he come across the open border?
Yes, he was an illegal.
I figured as much. Every one of those sick kids, every one of those kids that are paralyzed, every one of the 15 deaths that are being investigated to see if they're tied to that, every single victim is blood on Obama's hands for opening the border, for moving the Border Patrol 70 miles inland so that these people are free to cross our borders and invade and kill American citizens. Every single one is blood on his hands. Bill, stick with me, brother. We got one more set, okay? This is the fastest hour on radio, but we'll be right back.
KCAA. Tom O'Halloran has a not-so-common core spelling lesson for the Obama administration. Ready? There is no K in America.
There's kids that can't pray in school, $100 tanks of gas. I can tell you right now, this country ain't supposed to be like that. No, that ain't my America. That ain't this country's roots. You wanna slam, hold on to Sam, but I ain't letting you. Yeah, I'm mad as hell, and you know I still bleed red, white, and blue. They ain't us, and that ain't my America. Oh no, that ain't my America. No, 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 no. That ain't my America.
And we're back. This is the Tuesday night edition of Patriot Radio, and I'm your host, Tom O'Halloran, joined tonight with my pal, Bill Perriman. Follow him on Twitter at Bill, Periman. Bill, you still here, pal?
Yeah, I'm right with you.
Cool. I've decided I'm going to quit my job. I'm going to stop doing radio, and I'm just going to start putting in for government funding. An expenditure out of the taxpayer money from the Obama regime. These people actually spent $300,000 studying how to ride bikes. The study actually states it is to improve the fundamental understanding of how humans interact with bicycles. Now, the study, which is entitled human control of bicycle dynamics with experimental validation and implications for bike handling and design. Hello?
Oh, Lord.
We paid $300,000 to Mont Hubbard of the University of California, Davis. Mind-boggling. Human control of bicycle dynamics with experimental validation and implications for bike handling and design. Number one, what is the government spending money on this crap for? Shouldn't Schwinn be doing any studies on bicycle handling?
Amen.
Mind-boggling. And they came up with, the only thing they really came up with is that the startling revelation from the study was that human interaction with bicycles is different from that of aircraft or automobiles. Okay, why? Well, the bicycle and human rider is distinct from aircraft and automobiles because most of the mass is in the rider, not in the vehicle. So it took $300,000 to discover that a man weighs more to the bike than he does compared to the car or the airplane. Who knew?
But they built a real cute mechanical squirrel for about $1 million.
Yeah, mechanical squirrel. There was also the shrimp on treadmills. That was only a couple $1 million.
Lord, you gotta love it.
Mind-boggling. See, and they wonder why people don't want to pay taxes. This is why. If they cut this kind of garbage out, the average American isn't going to complain about paying taxes to keep the military going or to keep the streets paved. But it's this crap. You can bet your bottom dollar that whoever got that $300,000 was an Obama donor.
Yeah.
I'll bet you a year's salary if that person was an Obama donor. Not just a voter, but he gave $1,000, $5,000 to the Obama campaign.
If I remember correctly, this Mideast initiative they did, I could be wrong on the numbers, $450 million had gone to Yemen. But now to my understanding, Yemen has now been taken over by ISIS. Is that correct? Isn't it?
I haven't caught that Yemen was taken over by ISIS. Al-Qaeda
Well,
has always had a strong...
They evacuated the embassy.
The Yemeni embassy, that may be taken over by ISIS, but Yemen itself, I severely doubt because there is a strong Al-Qaeda presence already there. So I've not seen that.
Well, that's what I heard. But I hear so much. I do get stuff run together sometimes, and this could be helping.
Yeah, when you do what you and I do, reading blog all day long, they do tend to bleed together, which is why I print these little puppies out, or I'd be really way off track. I also keep a half an eye open in the chat room because the chat room team keep me on tracks when I keep my eyes on them. Sometimes they're telling me things. Tom, you're wrong. I don't see it till after the show's over. Thanks for everybody in the chat room. Love you all. Veronica, Brian, Gulf Dogs, Bill, you're in there as well. Next up, a pro-Palestinian activist group in California trying to block an Israeli-owned ship from unloading cargo. Now let's bear in mind, Palestinians are terrorists. Israel is our ally. These people are siding with terrorists to keep our ally from unloading a ship full of stuff that we want to buy.
It's an Obama world.
Yeah, isn't that the truth? A couple hundred protesters. They did this a while back. It was last month, protesting another ship from the same company. They blocked it for about 5 days before the ship just kind of left the harbor with a partial load. I don't know whether they were loading or unloading, but they ought to just... Anybody that's protesting against Israel is protesting for Palestine, which is protesting for Hamas, which are terrorists. If they've got a Palestinian flag, you should just round them all up, throw their butts on a boat, and ship them back to Palestine. Let them live in the desert and support whatever it is they want to support. But as long as they're here in America, they shouldn't be able to go openly show support for the enemies of America, for terrorists.
Exactly. And that's what those green flags, those black flags, that's all they are. That's all they are. And it's like, and they even go around and have us take our flags down because they might offend the Muslim.
I know, right?
I don't care.
Yeah. Well, there was a gal next door up. A gal in California, once again, has a Mexican woman living next door to her. The Mexican woman was flying a Mexican flag. So the homeowner went out with a video camera and started telling her to take the flag down. You live in America now. If you want to fly a flag, fly an American flag. You should be proud to be here in America. Take down your Mexican flag. Well, the woman posted this to YouTube, I'm guessing.
No mercy.
Yep. And she ended up losing her job. She was a private contractor with Coldwell Banker, which I'm guessing she was a realtor. And she was fired because we do not tolerate, they said, any discrimination of any kind. That wasn't discrimination. That was the First Amendment. That was exercising free speech.
Patriotism.
It wasn't discrimination. Discrimination is, I won't sell you a house because you're a Mexican. That's discrimination. That is against the law. Telling somebody that you should be proud to be American, to be in America, is not discrimination. That is the woman expressing her First Amendment right to free speech. And she shouldn't be punished for it because she did not say anything wrong.
No.
Now, the right to free speech doesn't mean the right to have no consequence for free speech. You've got a right to call all Mexicans are stupid. But people that hear that have a right to fire you because that is a racist comment. You've got a right to say it, but there is a consequence for speech at times. In this case, as far as I could tell, the woman had said nothing that should have justified any such action. She said, you should be this is America, and maybe you can move to Mexico if you want to fly your Mexican flag. Doesn't that make sense? She said, we live in America, right? This is the United States, so why are you flying a flag in your Mexican flag in your front yard? These aren't actionable items. Nobody should be punished for exercising their First Amendment rights unless they're violating somebody else's rights. This woman didn't violate the woman's rights. She didn't tear down the Mexican flag. It's the woman's right to fly it. But telling her she should take it down doesn't violate her right to fly it. It just expresses an opposing opinion. But when you fire somebody for exercising free speech, for exercising their own opinion, you are silencing America because people will be afraid to speak up no matter what it is. I saw somebody that looked like he had something that looked like it might have been a bomb, but he looked like he was Arab. And I didn't want to be racist. I didn't want to lose my job by saying something. We're on a slippery slope, folks. Wake up.
Yes, we are.
They want us to be afraid to say or do anything. Don't let it happen. Bill, thank you for joining me, my friend.
Sure enough, Tom.
All right, folks, it's time to fight back because we're on the ropes right now. Good night, America. God bless you and yours. This is Tom O'Halloran. I'm out.